Hi guys, welcome to Seduce Your Mentors. My name is Ketan. Now, this is the new pattern, as far as your sentence correction is concerned. Now, this is not exactly a kind of a sentence correction, prima facie, but yeah, it's a new pattern because now it has come in a format of paragraph. Okay. Now, what's happening here is that you can pause the video and you can have a look at this. So, what happens in this kind of case is that you are given, let's say, the passage that has been given here, and you have certain words out here which are in bold format, and what you have to do is you need to identify that which word here is having an error, and that needs to be replaced by the options given there, right? Now this can become a sentence correction from the perspective of, let's say, preposition. So we've got preposition, we've got conjunctions, we've got articles, right? From this perspective, this is going to be a kind of a sentence correction. And also when we talk about the supporting verb, right, even supporting verb is something that you can see in this. Rather, we're going to check this the same thing right now. So let's move ahead. You can pause it and you can kind of go through it, try to solve it by yourself. So this IMF on Tuesday called for further listening. So I'm not going to read everything, okay? What I'm going to do is basically understand what's happening here. Okay, so I see called is there, to is there, tightening is there, on is here, right? So 4 things are given here, and there needs to be an error in one of them. If not, then we will mark no correction. So I'm just going to read through this and I'm going to just check. Monetary policy in India to anchor. To anchor is correct because that's the preposition that you're using, which is the correct format. As inflation is expected to peak on. So again, like when you talk about peak on, it's never a peak on. What I'm looking at is pick up. Okay, so that's something you can talk about. So again, definitely. So this is going to be the answer. This is going to be on. Let's move it. Let's try to understand. Monetary policy be tightened. Okay. Continues to be high. Okay. Expectations were inflation. Okay. Wake of currency depreciate. Depreciate is not a correct usage. It should be depreciation. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. So the answer is going to be depreciation. So again, like how can you reduce your speed of reading is that you don't really have to read everything. So let's say if you get this thing in this CET, right, then probably you just have to kind of read a couple of words back and forth as far as the bold word is concerned. Now look at this. After 2 successive rate, that's okay. Monetary Policy Committee keeps key policy rates unchanged. So I think what I'm looking at here is the thing is here that what's happening is a past tense, right? So keeps doesn't make any sense. It should be kept. So my answer is going to change here. Kept. Do we have that in the option? Yeah, this is the error. Fine. Let's move ahead. Citing up inflation. Okay. Revision to inflation projection. That makes sense. Number 4. Forecast unchanged at 7.3%. Okay. It's revised India's growth projection onward. Okay. 10 basis points. Citing the recent increase on oil नहीं होता यार, in oil होता है. ठीक है. So that's out. Again, we found out the error over here also. Okay, let's move it. What do we have? We've got number 5. Number 5 is this acceleration reflects a rebound. Makes sense. With strengthening investment and robust private consumption. Okay, India's medium-term growth prospect remains strong at 7.75%, benefiting from ongoing. Okay, but are being marked. R is not a correct usage. Okay, so it should be have been marked. So I'm going to change this. So this is going to be have been. So this is what you see, as far as your new type is concerned. Nothing nothing I would say out of the world. Even if you look at your options, the options are damn easy. The only thing is that you need to kind of you need to reduce your reading speed. That's number 1. You need to need to read fatafat say. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to mark your options properly, and the most important thing is that you should go for it, because most of the time when we look at something like this, the passage is something like this, because we already have critical reasoning which has passage. We've got puzzles which again have passages, and then you have parajumbles, and then you see that grammar maybe abhi passages aage. So that's where it actually kills your emotional quotient, which is EQ. So it's just that you need to kind of go for it. I'll solve one more set now. So here is a set that we talk about. Again, I'm just going to read it in the same fashion which I just did in the first one. India has witnessed, makes sense, transformation process brought by information and communication ICT. Okay. Which has made technologies cheap. Cheap nahi hoga. We need to use a degree which is going to be cheaper. This is done. So this is the error that we found. Fair enough. Let's move ahead. The exponential growth has resulted, makes sense. In greater connectivity आएगा, that's the error. Let's move ahead. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's push for makes sense. It's a preposition which is used correctly used किया है. Demonetization has further propelled the use of digital transaction in India. The challenges on taxation front, digital economy has changed the traditional basis of tax profits. I think this should be taxing profit. Let me check if this is it's there in the. Okay, so we have tax written out here, right? So this is the error. Let's move ahead. Number 4, there is a growing apprehension. Different tax systems to artificial reduced. It should be artificially reduced. That's the error. Performed is fine. Are in an evolution state. That's okay. That's fair enough. The OECD may issue various papers for consideration by worldwide. Okay, evolution debated may. I'm going to read this line again. The organization may issue various papers for consideration by worldwide tax authorities, including the Action Plan 1, called for as part of its base. No, it sounds perfect out here. So I think this sentence looks correct. So there should not be any error. So yeah, so this is what you need to understand, that you might kind of get these kind of things in your paper, but again, nothing to worry about. This is just a new pattern that I wanted to introduce to you. So keep an eye on this new pattern. If you get it, it's going to be easy. So do not scratch your brains on it. Just go and knock it off. Thank you so much.